Good afternoon. This is Anka Metcalf with TradeOutloud.com, and this is an update on metals for today, and this is for one of our subscribers. So first off, we're going to take a look at the daily chart in gold, and as you can see here, for the first time in 3 days, we have breached the support level at 1277. We almost have done the prior trading session on Friday, a 180 reversal, so we've been in a very choppy territory here. Choppiness continues throughout the trading session and continue throughout the trading session today. We did get a little shakeout bar, and this low was immediately bought. And take a look, we're still trading in the lower half of the prior price action from the last 3 days of trading that happened last week. So if we break through 1292, and this is going to be the big area moving forward, then we can speak about a continuation higher back into the 1300, and this is what we're going to be looking for a possible swing long. Keep in mind, this is a daily chart, so this is actually going to be our this is actually what's going to propel the price higher. So 1292.50, 1293 area is going to be the breakout area for a possible continuation higher, where the first target is going to be little over 1300. It's going to be actually into the 1305, 1306 area. And if we manage to break above that, then we can assure continuation back to the upside. Even the weekly chart is promoting an upper move. So after the 180 reversal that happened last week, so first off, we ignited, we visited the 1300, and then boom, reversed right to the bottom, 1277. And then here we're waiting for, we've had this little tag on the 20-period moving average, and we're waiting for a reversal again. So keep it in mind, if the price is going to reverse back to the 1307, this is going to be 1307, 1308. This is going to be the launch pad for a further move higher. But keep it in mind, the daily chart will allow us to leg in earlier than that. So this is the area right here, the 1292 area. So we don't have to wait for this particular high, which was the high of last week. We could actually leg in a little bit earlier as long as we're going to keep the stop. And keep in mind that the name of the game for this period of time have been these shakeouts. So as you can see here, and this goes for indices as well. You could see that as much room as you give these indices, you have to let them pivot before they put in a support level and move either higher or lower. So this is going to be our bias for a continuation higher. So we do see it higher, but this is going to come over 1297. And let's move on to silver. And silver is actually a little bit more bullish, even though it has similar price action, because today, as you can see here, the little bottoming tail took out the prior 3 trading sessions low, 1691. It came exactly to about 1686. And in order to continue higher, definitely we need to hold this support area right here, the 1650, but we're creating this upper shelf for the last 3 trading sessions, actually 4 trading sessions right now, into the 1690. As long as the 1690 is going to hold, and if we are going to break above the 1733, we may have a continuation higher. And like in gold, we have a first hurdle in the way, which is at 1748 into the 1750 area. This is going to be the first target area, and further on, price may continue higher with targets into the 1774, 75, $18, and 1825. This is what we see for silver moving forward. The worst case scenario for silver, and I'm not extremely bearish on silver, but we don't know what the price is going to do ultimately, so we have to be ready for both scenarios, bull and bear, since we are trading right into a very flat 200. So what that means is that if the price is going to push higher, then yes, if it will stabilize at the 1690 level, and yeah, if it should push above that 200 moving average, it may continue higher. However, if we're going to move lower, any pullback to the 1650 is still not shortable. And this is also going to be seen as a possible buy opportunity right here. Keep in mind that we have an overall issue, an overall pattern here with higher lows as they are setting in. So we have the first low, and we have higher low here, and the second higher low right here. So we're really trying very, very hard to reverse to the upside. From the weekly perspective, things are a little bit more clear. Keep in mind the price is still captured in between these two moving averages right here. 220 is what I use on my charts. So if we break above last week's high, the 1745, then the next target area is definitely going to look positive into the $18 level, and probably into the 1850, and possibly it will definitely try to break above this whole entire range that we've had here since October, and probably go for highs into the $21 area. So this is what we're looking at right now. And the last metal that we're going to be looking is HG, which is copper. And copper, as of right now, and this is the weekly chart, you could see the weekly continuation higher. We did have a trade over $2.99, which was right here. We made a lot of money into this trade, and we're looking for a pullback zone where we can actually leg in for another trade. So the weekly chart suggests that more upside is possible for copper. It is actually it actually has a really nice pattern when we're looking on the monthly chart, because we have a bull sandwich here, and the price is pushing higher with the first target into longer term target into the $3.50, which is right in the middle of this cluster. So when we go back to the daily chart, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and this is what we're watching right here. First area of support was set into the $3.16 area. And like with any support resistance, keep in mind there are areas, they're not exact numbers. So we're waiting for the pullback to happen. 313, the price has pivoted at this point. Keep in mind that copper is a little bit on the wild side. So keep that in mind when trading, because if you're choking it with a very tight stop, you're probably going to get stopped out, and because of the volatility that goes on, and then it may continue in the right direction. So keep that in mind when you're trading, and reduce your position to such a position where you can afford to let it pivot before you move your stop. So at this point, I'm watching the $3.20 area. That will represent my next buy area for copper for a possible continuation higher, likely into, of course, this prior high right here into the 325. And the next target that I have is 330, and the following target is 340 and 344. So these are really nice wide targets continuing higher, and we do see a possibility for copper to rally into the year end. So this is all for now. Keep in mind that if you have any questions on any commodity or index or stock, you can email us at info@tradeoutloud.com, and more than happy to do a technical analysis on it. So enjoy the rest of your evening, and see you guys tomorrow morning for those of you that are in the Trade Out Loud Future Signal program.